To solve this data sufficiency question, we'll consider each statement separately first and then together if needed. Before diving into the statements separately, let's go ahead and interpret what the question is giving us. We're actually told or asked, is x to the left of 8 on the number line? So let's get a visual of a number line going on for us so we can kind of tell visually what's going on and what exactly we're asked. So in terms of a number line, we're asked is x to the left of -8. So if -8 is right here, we don't want to have it included. It's strictly to the left of -8. So we're looking for whether our x is somewhere over here. We can actually just kind of use a different color to get a better visual of what's going on. So we need to be able to answer, we're looking for whether we can answer, is x in this kind of portion of our number line or not? So if we have that x is somewhere over here, we can say yes to the answer or to the question. If x is somewhere over here, we can answer no to the question. If it's kind of straddles the two, then we wouldn't really know where it would lie. So let's go ahead and let's dive into statement 1. Statement 1 says x is to the left of -6 on the number line. So let's draw another number line down here and put our information from statement 1. We have -6 over here, somewhere over here. And we know that x has to be somewhere to the left of this, so somewhere over here. Whoops. So x is somewhere over here on the number line. Now if we take a look at -8, that lies over here. And our orange portion that we were asked in the question is over here. So now let's consider the possible values for x. X could be somewhere in here, so -7, in which case the answer to the question would be no, it is not in that portion, the orange portion here. But x could be like -10, and it could be in that portion, in which case the answer to the question would be yes. So we actually don't have enough information to definitively answer the question because sometimes it may be in that range and sometimes it may not be. It depends on the actual value. So we don't have enough information and this statement alone is not sufficient, so we can eliminate answer choice A and D. So now we'll have to go ahead and check statement 2. Statement 2 is going to work kind of similarly. Let's go ahead and let's draw a number line. For statement 2, we're told x is between -9 and -7 on the number line. So let's go ahead and put those together. We have -7 over here and -9 somewhere over here. And we know that x has to be somewhere between here. Now, the range we're really interested in for our problem is -8 and to the left of that. So that's over here. Now, the places where they overlap, we actually have x could possibly be in that orange range if it's between -9 and 7, but it could also be somewhere in here. We're not specifically told that x has to be an integer, so that means x could be -7.5, and that's perfectly fine, and that is an option somewhere in here. But x could also be in here, in which case we have a no answer to the question, but we could also have a possible yes answer to the question. So again, kind of using the same logic in statement 1, statement 2 is not sufficient. That means we can eliminate answer choice B, and we're still left with C or E, so that means we have to check both statements together. Checking both statements together on a number line, we're really kind of looking where these sections would overlap from our statements 1 and our statement 2. So if we have to be to the left of -6 for statement 1, and then we have to be between -7 and -9 from statement 2, we have to take kind of where they overlap. And if we look at where they overlap, they actually overlap between -9 and -7. So this is actually combining the two statements. We need that x has to be between -9 and -7. Now, if we were to draw this number line out, this would actually be the exact same number line as statement 2. So we really don't have any more information than we did in the case where we looked at statement 2. This means that we would still run into the issue of having x could be in this orange section, so less than -8, but it could also be greater than, so like a -7.5 or something like that. So we actually wouldn't have enough information, and the statements together would still be not sufficient because we don't have any more information than we did in the statement 2 case, and that was not sufficient. So if we look at our answer choices, we can eliminate answer choice C, and the final answer would be answer choice E. Statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient.